I bet they say that nigga snub them. How the hell he get everywhere all the time?
He move around.
You gotta go that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Cut through there. Yeah, but I got some of my subscribers that found me.
Okay.
I know when I go home, I probably gonna have some negative votes. Cause first, I had it where you couldn't vote, but then I changed it because some people said they wanted to vote up on my video.
Right, right.
And I said, okay. And I said, I'm gonna just go buy me another phone and come up with it.
Yeah, that's all I do. The hell with the YouTube and them people. I was trying to get you to get in there and get you some channels in there before that move, but you thought you was invincible. Then that original channel said, boop, I told you.
Yeah, you told me.
I told you it was going to happen. Huh?
But did you see that video I made by Ed on the spot? He apologized.
Yeah, I seen somebody else had that video too. Somebody mirrored that video.
Yeah, the guy that did the video defending me. I can never euphoric. I think it's euphoric. Yeah.
Impact.
Yeah.
That ain't why I seen somebody else got it too.
Cause he mirrored it.
He mirrored it from somewhere.
He mirrored it from somewhere. That he closed he closed his channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We closed.
There's one of these places. That's where we're at.
Yeah. We in the area now. Yeah, he mirrored the video.
Yeah, but people was, I don't believe this guy.
Nah, but I told y'all he was going to do that when I called him out with my video. I said he's doing it.
This your brother Angelsnupnup7 walking in the mall, Oak Brook Terrace, Oak Brook, Illinois, with the crew. Brother Super Harvey Boy and if only the president knew what was going on. Alright.
This was telling a story. You want to hold the camera?
Yeah, I got the camera.
You want to hold the camera? Maybe you want to say something.
No, I don't want. I want who's going to talk about.
Okay.
Brother Randy's going to talk about this.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is my name is Randy Ryder, and we're out here at a museum, a black museum in Aurora, Illinois, done by a world-renowned artist named Charles Smith.
Charles Smith.
Black Vietnam veteran who came home and had this vision and to tell our story. However, as you can see, when we begin to pan this museum, it's in disrepair, and this array. This is from the neglect of the African American community and the apathy of the African American community.
It's in shambles.
It's in shambles, and even in shambles, it's still a powerful testament to the struggle.
Yes, sir.
The journey that we came through. What other people on the face of the planet would allow their history to be defiled in such a manner? We don't even know the significance of these pieces. And as I say, this artist is world-renowned. He is not just some guy who put a bunch of junk together. This is a world-renowned artist. This guy is having whole shows dedicated to him at the Sabo Museum. White people know the value of this brother more than black people. The only thing, as you keep walking, you can see the remnant of where how he was telling our story.
That's a shame. Why do you think these brothers and sisters, these black people, don't care nothing about their history?
Well, I want to add something to that. I've been in the world for 15 years.
Okay.
And I noticed that there is no African American community in rural Illinois. Aurora, Illinois is predominantly Latino.
Okay.
Okay, and there was a time in this neighborhood area. This area was predominantly African American community up until the late 80s. I would say the mid 80s. And what happened? A lot of African Americans sold out. They sold all their business. They sold their home, and they sold a lot of their business and homes to the Latino community, which Latino community do not support the African Americans.
Right.
In here, every time we build something, like a store or something, they don't come here. They don't buy from us. They don't trade with us or anything. So they're not really concerned about the black community. As you can see, this said slave ship at one time.
Yeah.
You have people come over here and just destroy things, and they just don't have no respect for this. And I don't blame the Latino community. I blame African Americans, because we supposed to be able to have pride and have some type of respect for things of our history.
Yes, sir.
This is a part of our history, and we're supposed to have respect for that, but we don't. We're too busy running around trying to buy the latest rims, the newest cars, the newest shoes, and we're not doing nothing to invest in our history. Whether we like it or not, slavery is an African American history.
Yeah.
Not only is it African American history, it's American history. Every time you talk about slavery, people say, well, y'all talking about slavery, y'all talking about something bad. African slavery is American history. It's part of the white and the black experience.
Yes.
The Latino don't have anything to do with that concept in America, other than that ain't got nothing to do with us. They're only concerned about their own survival. And their survival right now relies on our demise. Majority of the time, our demise is part of their survival. So right now, we're in a used to be black neighborhood, now it's predominantly Latino.
Well,
and
let us talk. Let us explain exactly why the Latins feel the way that they feel. The Latins feel the way that they feel because we are in direct competition. This nation needs a race of willing workers to maintain their wealth.
That's right.
We have become too expensive. We have become too knowledgeable about what our rights are. See, we were the first source of cheap labor for this country. Any business, the biggest expense in any business is what? The labor.
Right.
What you got to pay people, and then I'm going to tell you why we want to divorce ourselves from our history. Because it is a painful history, and nobody wants to be recognized for being a slave. You want to forget that you were dominated in that way, or your forefathers was dominated in that way. You want to forget that. If they concentrated more on what we were before we got here, rather than what we have been. See, in the United States, African history is taught as if it began when we got to these shores.
Right.
We had a rich history where we had the world studying at our feet that is never mentioned. Most people don't even know that the Madonna, that the Catholic Church, they have white pictures of the Madonna, but the Madonna is in a little place, a little town in Poland, where the Pope goes, and she's black as the Ace of Spades. The Mother of Earth is Africa. We have been convinced. See, we had the European at one time was the only bridge between the two cultures. He went over there and told them that we was pimps and pushers. He came over here and told us they were savages.
Right.
Since we didn't go there, we couldn't go there. So now we don't even want to know them, and they don't want to know us. So we have got a disconnect from our homeland. What other race of people out here don't have no connection to their homeland? We consider our homeland backwards because we are looking at it through the prism of a European society.
That's right.
Imagine, if you will, if go get the book of inventions, look at how many of those inventions were made by African Americans, and think about what those inventions would have done had we done it in Africa rather than here. That talent, had it been left in Africa, would have built Africa. They stripped Africa of all its resources. Why do you think all of the world's resources is in Africa? Didn't God, the God of the Jehovah of the Bible, say that all that I have created is for you and his dominion? That's why everything that exists on the face of this planet can be found in its raw form in Africa. Please stop calling people Jews. There is the Jews that we think of. Judaism is not a race. It is a religion.
Right. Absolutely.
There is no such thing as a Jew, as a Christian, as a Muslim. Muslims can be black, white, or green. Jews can be black, white, or green. They are not a race. They are a group of white people who practice Judaism. That's what they are.
Teaching.
See, now check this out. Now we're going to get biblical on this thing.
Yeah.
Okay? Look in your Bible. In Genesis.
I'd rather not, sir.
Check this out. So you can tell, you can see, when your mama tell you to read the Bible, you can show her how it's been misinterpreted. I want to show you something to prove my point. Anytime anybody doubts that the cradle of civilization is Africa, this is what you tell them. You go to Genesis, and there's a river called Gihon, G-I-H-O-N. That river, right now today, still runs through the middle of Ethiopia. Ethiopians do not even sanction those so-called Jews in Israel, that inhabit Israel.
That's right.
Because in their mind, the true Jews are the Africans. See, and so since we how you doing? Well, since we know that, if the river still runs through the, see, that river's not changed. That river's in the book of Genesis. Genesis means what? The beginning. So if it's in there in the beginning, if it was there in the beginning, it's there now. That's the origination. That's the origination of Earth. Let me give you some other things. The so-called Middle East was a creation of the Europeans. All they did was create that Suez Canal that separated the main body of Africa from Egypt. And they call that the Middle East. That was ancient Kemet. That was the upper and lower Sudan. That was Ethiopia. Greater and Ethiopia Minor. That is where Timbuktu, Songhai, and all the other precursors, because most of the knowledge that these people have is a duplication of what was already thought of by your forefathers.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you don't believe me, there's a book called The Secrets of the Nile Valley by Anthony Browder. It will show you where the CBS I come from, where the note, all the things that are on the back of your dollar bill come from? How come you got an obelisk in your Washington Capitol? That is the symbolic of Osiris and Isis and the removal of the phallus. That's what that symbolizes. People don't understand what really is going on out here. You've been miseducated to believe that you were inferior, because if you think you're inferior, you will behave inferiorly, and we can capitalize on your lack of knowledge.
Right.
Your ignorance of self is the biggest problem that you have, because it determines how you see the world and your place in it.